Que lo que mi gente? I just want to start off by apologizing for the delayed video. I have not been feeling that well, but I am back and feeling a little better. I'm still having certain little issues here and there, but not enough to not do a video. So today I'm going to be trying technically 3 new products that I've never tried in my hair before. And the reason for this is because I really am looking for new products to use in my hair, or just looking for a new product in general. Not to say that my older products don't really work, it's just your hair reaches certain plateaus and you want to be able to kind of like use something that is still also really good for your hair, but it can give it a change, you know, like something to just change it up a little bit, because I don't want my hair to start becoming too immune to the products that I'm already using and then start to have less results, if that makes any sense to anybody. It's pretty much with anything that you do. If it's something that you're putting on your skin, or if it's a certain medication that you're taking, at some point in time you're going to want to switch out that medication, because your body is going to become very immune to it after some time. It's just how humans work. We're very adaptive at some point, and it's not going to do what it's supposed to do, or it's not going to be as strong as it should be when you're really trying to get those real good results. So with that being said, I'm going to show you the 3 products that I'm going to be using. And I'm basically going to start off with this right here. I know there is a decent amount of people who are familiar with this brand. It's called OGX. And the style that this one has is pretty much thick and full protein. It looks like this is upside down. No, it's not upside down. I'm just reading it wrong. Okay, so it's biotin and collagen shampoo. Now, as you guys already know, in my previous videos, I said that my hair does not particularly like shampoo, and that's still true. However, I do have a certain amount of not product in my hair right now, but my scalp is like super like dry at the moment, and I've been using a lot of oils. So I'm gonna need something that can be a little bit more on the clarifying side. This does not have any type of sulfates in it or anything of that nature, so it's still fairly gentle on the hair, but I'm gonna be using it. Now, the reason why I decided to use the shampoo and not something else is because when you use a shampoo and its counterpart, which is the conditioner of the same exact style, brand, and everything else in between, it balances out the pH. When you use different products that don't particularly go together, you're not exactly sure how those products are working together and how it's affecting your pH in your hair, which should be at a normal pH. So I'm going to be using these guys in combination. Hopefully this shampoo does not like react to my hair in a negative way, because we can't afford that right now. I don't have the time nor the patience or the emotion to go according to my hair doing something crazy with some shampoo. So with that being said, I'm going to show you the other product that I'm going to be using, which is a deep conditioner, which is super important to incorporate in any natural remedy, or any natural remedy. He is rusty right now. Any natural hair person, or person who doesn't particularly have like curly hair or whatever the case is, but your hair, deep conditioner is very important to incorporate, especially in this season, being as though we are about to be approaching winter. So moisture is definitely important in that instant. I have absolutely never used a product for my hair from Palmer's, but I read a lot of the ingredients in here, and I looked at a lot of reviews on it, and it seemed to be a pretty decent product. However, my hair is going to be the tell-all after I apply it. So whatever I read or whatever I'm thinking in my mind right now can be completely irrelevant until I put this in Well, after I put this in and we figure out like what we're really doing here. So I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, so with that being said, estoy aquí con un otro video, or whatever I just said, because my tongue is just so tired today. Vamos a comenzar. So guys, I'm not going to show you guys the washing process of this because you kind of already know what that looks like. However, if this reacts to my hair in the most abundant way possible, then I will definitely give you guys a look behind the scenes of what that wash looks like, because you deserve that. And being as though, like, hopefully I found something spectacular, I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on any of that. And plus, I haven't done like anything hair wise on this channel in a little bit, so you know, we're just trying to kind of keep ourselves on a certain momentum of, okay, you're doing facial stuff, you're doing, you know, some health things, and let's get back to the hair. You know, a lot of people, they want things that deal with hair, and I have it, so we're gonna utilize that. So when I see you guys again, I'm going to have freshly washed hair, conditioned, and the only thing that I'm going to let you guys really see is the process of the deep conditioner, because I'm really curious as to how this deep conditioner is going to work in my hair, how much slip I'm going to have, and you know, different things. So I want to really give you guys the details on what that is. So if a person is just like me and they never used anything dealing with Palmer's before hair wise, maybe you could take something into consideration, especially if your hair pattern or your hair type is like close to mine, and it'll potentially work similarly depending on what else you're doing, because you know, some people, they'll use like the same products that you're using, but then they'll add other things in there and wonder why it's not working. So you know, maybe you guys will be able to see the results that I see in my hair. Y'all already see the two products that I'm using first, and then the follow-up product, which would be my deep conditioner. So at this point, that's the only thing that's in my hair. So whatever those results are, if you do the same exact process, it's a chance that you'll get the same results. Disclaimer. So I'll be back with washed hair. Okay guys, so I'm back. Freshly washed hair. Now, before I take this off, I just want to give you guys like a little bit of a review on my experience using this. So, I think overall it's a really, really good product. And the reason why I say this is because, okay, so let's go with like pros and cons type situation, right? So the OGX shampoo, the shampoo, let me just put this right here because you guys have like, okay, there we go. The OGX shampoo. If I have to say anything about it that is not like a fave of mine as far as something, is the consistency of this. I feel like the consistency of it is very custard-like. I'm not really used to shampoos being so custardy. Like basically, when my hands was wet, it was just sliding all over the place on my hand. Like there's no other way to really explain it. I didn't care for that because I feel like I have to have dry hands in order to apply it to my hair. And the whole purpose of washing your hair is to have wet hands, wet hair, you know. So that was literally like the only thing that I could really bring out to say that I didn't like about it. But the smell is really nice to me. I don't know other people's smell preference, but as long as it doesn't smell like medicine or whatever, I'm usually okay. You know, I'm not really too particular like, oh, it has to smell like flowers. I'm not that guy, so the smell is pretty good for that. The conditioner, actually. The conditioner, I can say, smells better than the shampoo. The consistency of the conditioner is like your typical conditioning consistency. I think I would have been super disappointed if the conditioner actually felt the same way as the shampoo, because it's kind of like, I can't deal with this with both of these, because as a natural, you use way more conditioner, or you should use way more conditioner than shampoo anyway. So the fact of the matter, if it was the same consistency, I think I would have been super disappointed. I wouldn't have been able to really see myself using it again, because that is just too much. Like sliding across your hands, and it's not like, doing whatever. And then on top of that, right, speaking of sliding across the hands, I was like, why does this look like this? So I immediately went to look at the expiration date, and I'm like, oh, okay, because we not about to put no expired nothing in this head. So had to make sure that was up to par. But yes, the conditioner smells better than the shampoo, and it feels really, really good. My hair literally had like a nice amount of slip. I can't say that it was like the best slip I've ever had. It was a nice amount of slip. If I could show you guys, for the people who won't be so cringed out by this is literally all the hair that came out of my head during this wash. And being as though this was it or whatever, compared to what what I experienced in the past. Like I used to have like triple or quadruple the amount of hair after a wash, that shed. And it was alarming. I found that to be pretty alarming. But for the most part, I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do different things in order to, stop experiencing as much shed as I've been experiencing. Because, I have fine hair, and then on top of the fine hair, I have low porosity hair. So in that instance, if I'm just losing a lot of, strands or whatever, I don't have no protective style in, to where it's like, okay, this protective style has been in for X amount of, weeks, and this is automatically going to happen as far as your excessive shedding, or not excessive, but your alarmingly looking shedding. And yeah, but that wasn't the case when I was doing it. So that's why this right here is like, I'm in love with this little bit of hair that just came out. And it's nothing else, no other hair that's there. It was just that. So now that you guys have had this little briefing, I'm gonna get myself ready to put this leave-in, not leave-in, what am I saying? I really had, like, that time off that I had was like super cool. I think it was messing with my head a little bit, because I'm saying things I'm not really trying to say. But yeah, this deep conditioner, I'm going to be applying this to my hair, and hopefully this has like a lot of slip. I'm able to like just pull it up a little bit, and then throw, my infamous plastic bag over my head, maybe with this towel to like initiate more heat. Leave it for about 30 minutes. I don't see anything on here indicating that I have to leave it in. Oh, actually, this says leave in for 2 to 5 minutes. Now with no low porosity hair. However, guys, I do want you to take into consideration that depending on the potency of certain products, you definitely want to keep, and the potency of certain products and your hair, because you know your hair better than anybody else. And, well, you should anyway. According to the potency, some products you want to just go according to the direct instructions, because if you leave it in too long and the potency is like super high for your type of hair and whatever is going on, it could be potentially damaging. That's just a disclaimer. So I don't want you guys to take, oh, Dale, he puts the thing in for 30 to an hour to 2 hours, or whatever the case is, depending on the circumstances, and he's good. But no, listen to what your hair does. Like, if you've never used the product before, you probably want to use it the way that it's saying to use it. Of course, I'm going to be more prone and more, likely to try to use it in a longer process as far as how long it stays in. But with that advice that I just gave you guys, it would be more plausible for me to leave it in according to the instructions, being as though I have literally never used this product before in my life. So just to be on the safe side and to be a good example for you guys, I'm going to leave this in for 5 minutes because the 2 minutes is not going to work for me. And I'm going to do it the same way that, I said I was going to do it, and see what the results is. Hopefully we get some really, really good results. Maybe if the results are like really, really great, I could keep using this for like 5 minutes and no longer. Because I mean, the conditioning process can sometimes take forever. And if you have somewhere to go, or you just don't feel like, or you want to be doing this all day, I think that would be really awesome if I can just leave this in for 5 minutes and it gives me the utmost results. Like, that's what I'm looking for, just with the first time around. Now, if I feel like the potency is not that much and I have to leave it in longer the next time or whatever, that's probably how it's gonna go. But like I said, I'm trying to look for different products so that I can find something that's going to work with my hair really, really well, and it can be an alternative to the products that I use on a regular basis, or that the products that I've been using. And yeah, so let's get into this here. Ooh. Okay, so here's your freshly washed hair. My hair is super soft right now, actually. I don't have anything in it. It's very, very soft. It does really feel good. It feels full, and it's I've had this on for about 5 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more, and the amount of dry or damp that it is, my hair does feel like fuller. And like I said, I have fine hair, so if my hair is feeling fuller after something like putting this in, I feel like for the most part it's doing its job. Now we got to put this deep conditioner in because I want to see how that works out for me. And I'm going to tilt this a little bit. You see my little beautiful tiger up there. But I'm going to be using these today, guys, for my hair to be pulled up and sectioned and stuff like that. I see a lot of people using these for like pineapples and stuff like that, but I thought about it when I seen it, and I was like, you know what, I could probably use this because I like to tie my hair. I don't like really to clip my hair because the whole clipping, taking the clip out, your hair's in a very, very sensitive stage when it's wet or moist. So I don't want to keep putting clips in and taking clips out, stuff like that. That's why I particularly use like a scrunchie, or for instance, something like this. Now, I feel like this is going to work super well for me because it doesn't pull, it doesn't snag, it doesn't do anything, and it's just there to hold my hair in place while I'm sectioning it off and doing whatever I have to do with it. But we're going to try these out. I don't really know the name of these things. I probably have to look at the packaging to see like what the actual name of this is, but I feel like it's going to work really, really well, and we're about to put it to the test. So let me section my hair off. Okay, it don't look bad, and it looks like my hair is receiving it for sure. I'll just add some more. This stuff smells pretty good. I didn't expect it to really smell like it smells like in the salon when you're getting something done. Well, it just smells like salon. I don't know if everybody knows what salon smells like, but it has that very salon smell to it. Make sure I got the parts of my hand. And I'm doing like a little, finger detangle at the same time so that I can see what it's actually doing. I'm probably going to come back around once I get the other side kind of done too, and just reinitiate some more in there for whatever's left over, because I'm using that whole pack. I'm not saving it. I'm not gonna try to figure out how to keep that on. I know it looks like I'm being rough. I'm not. I'm not into saving things that don't have tops or whatever. When it doesn't have a top, I'm not saving it, because you shouldn't have had a top. Because now I got to figure out how to store it, where to store it. Nobody has time for that. Like, we are not doing that. We are going to use this whole thing. I'm gonna let this whole thing soak into my hair. Let my hair receive this, and that's gonna be it. And plus, I bought two anyway, just because this really works out really good for my hair. I may use it again. If not, I'm gonna give it away, because it's not working for my hair. But the reason why I feel like it's working for my hair already is because this is like a green, like if you guys know how deep conditioners work, deep conditioners can be pretty thick, and the way that my curls right now are like kind of popping, I'm kind of like excited about the overall feeling my hair is gonna have once I wash this out. And we really have to see like what's going on here, because it's not sitting on my hair. Like initially it'll sit, but then as I'm working it, I feel like it's getting into my hair shaft, which is the whole goal of a deep conditioner, by the way. Like, deep conditioners are supposed to penetrate your hair shaft so that it can give you the utmost moisture and condition your hair. Like, that looks, I mean, it has slip. It's not the most slip I've ever had, but it's slip there. Like, that's real slip right there. Like, I am definitely feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm gonna take this side out or whatever. I already like the way these things are working, because it's not pulling my hair, it's not snagging anything. Man, it's exciting when you get to use new products and they're not just disappointing you or whatever. I do try to use my better judgment with how I pick products for my hair and for my body and whatever else. Yeah, let's put that in there thick. I really try to use my better judgment, because I'm looking for the good results. I'm not looking for something to disappoint me, and then I'm like disappointed. I'm looking for something that's really gonna wow me. And mind you, this is for the most part soaking into my hair, and I haven't even applied anything to my hair in order to make it go in, like heat or anything like that. I stay away from heat as much as I possibly can, just because I don't need anything compromising anything when it comes to my hair. Like heat, handling with lack of care, I don't want any of that being my situation, because my hair needs to be treated with respect. And if I'm not respecting my hair, I don't expect anything else to. So I'm gonna put this up. I have a little bit of shedding here, but that's like that. Y'all probably can't even really see that. I literally just threw that on the floor. I don't know how I am about my floors. Like, come on, let's get it together. But yeah, I'm gonna pull this up and just massage this a little bit so I can get on every strand. You guys know I section a little bit, and then I do these little squeezes like this, because when you have curly hair, it takes the product longer to get to every little strand, and I don't want anything being neglected on this head. And it's just like massaging so I can get to the root part of the hair, because it's conditioned. It's a deep conditioner. You want it to literally touch everything. When it comes to shampoos, you don't really want that touching anything besides your scalp. Unfortunately, it's going to touch other things, but for the most part, your scalp should be the #1 thing that is doing anything to. Now, let me just pull this up. It's not going to be a tight pull up, because that's not good for the hair. I'm going to pull this up like that and give myself a little top knot. Wrap this. It's almost impossible to make this like super tight. Like, it's just one of those things that I love it. Like, I'm excited about that. And I'm gonna go get a bag, put it on my head, put this towel on it, and let that sit for about 5 minutes. Even though it took me about 10 minutes to actually put it in my hair. So, be right back. Okay, I am back with the plastic bag already on my head, because I just wanted to save you guys all of the daggone noise that comes from a plastic bag on video. You guys have already seen me put one on my head in the previous video, so you didn't really need to see that. But I am gonna put on this towel that I dry my towel with. Wow. It's okay. We all right. We okay. I'm gonna put this towel on my head that I dry my hair with. This towel, as you guys probably already know, is like a t-shirt, but it's not. It's an actual towel. And I dry my hair with this because that's just literally the best thing you dry your hair with. And get together. Okay. And I'm gonna do it like this so that I can still hear everything. And it's just 5 minutes. Well, whatever. I'm not particularly counting, because I can literally look at the time of the video and tell if 5 minutes actually went by. But while we're letting this sit in the hair, I want to ask you guys a few questions. So, I'm in my house, and all the time I try to figure out different things to do in the house, as far as like decor, whatever else, whatever the case is. So when you walk into my house, it just looks as bougie as it can possibly look. However, I'm trying to figure out what kind of animal that I want. Now, before you guys say anything about this animal or that animal, let me just say one thing. I cannot have a dog, and let me explain why I can't have a dog. Because I'm so sensitive about these floors, and whoever actually owns a dog knows that when dogs walk, you hear their paws, their claws hitting the floor. Now, even if you actually cut their claws, groom their claws, whatever the case is, they still have claws, and as they walk through, it's just gonna be scratching, scratch. Over time, I'm gonna look like I have a bunch of cats in here. So I don't want a dog for those reasons. Obviously, I love dogs. I've had a dog all my life, pretty much. But in this house, being as though I'm putting so much work and effort and everything into it, I do not need a dog scratching on my floors. And people, they're like, oh, maybe you can have the dog in booties or something like that. Dogs don't like booties. They don't like booties. And he or she is going to be spending most of his day trying to get them booties off. And then when they finally get them off, now here we go on my floors again. And I would like to have the dog inside. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get to the point to where I have a dog and then I have the dog in the backyard and it's not a backyard dog, or it's not a yard dog at all, and the dog is just kind of like, he don't love me. He don't. He be putting me out here and he's more concerned about his floors than me. I don't want that type of situation going on. So, dog out of the question or whatever. Until these floors look like, you know what, whatever, then dog is not happening. Cat. I don't want a cat. Yes, cats, they have very, very soft paws, so when they're walking, they don't scratch the floor. However, they scratch everything else. So my furniture is a little too expensive for me to have a cat in here ruining it with his claws. Now, some people used to say, oh, why don't you get the cat declawed? But see, cats have claws for a reason. I feel like that's very, very barbaric for a person to declaw a cat, because it's a defense mechanism. Even though they be effing up everything around them furniture wise with the claws, it's still a defense mechanism. You do not want to sit there. That's like being in a fight with your hands tied behind your back. You don't want to do something like that to a cat. And I don't want to have a cat in here and have to declaw it just to have the cat in here, because although I don't have any type of rodent problems or whatever the case is, because I'm super highly afraid of cats, rats, and bats. No, not cats, rats, and bats. Rats, mice, and bats. I said cats, rats, and bats. Whatever. Like, whatever. We're bugging today. But, yeah. Rats, mice, and bats. I cannot. So, cats are actually one of my best friends because they, you know, combat these things. Snakes, I love snakes. They combat those things. Great. But, I don't want a cat for that. Now, I've had cats all my life as well, and I know their behavior. Either they're spraying on something because they're not fixed, or they're scratching something up, and to put all that effort and time and money inside of something to make it look beautiful just for an animal, I don't know what I'm doing to freaking, you know, ruin it with their claws or with whatever they're gonna ruin it with. I just don't feel like it's worthy or necessary for me to have one in here. So I'm just gonna narrow it down. So anything in a tank I can deal with. I love reptiles. I actually love most animals. It's just to actually have one in the house that's just walking around doing its own thing or whatever, I'm not so enthusiastic about that, because sometimes I'm not home, and then when I get home, I don't want to reveal a disaster to myself, and then I have no one else to blame but myself. So anything in a tank, I'm willing to have as big as a 50-gallon, 55-gallon tank to put somewhere in the house. I'm not exactly sure about where, but I will make it work. We could do fish. We can do something. I just need some ideas from you guys of something I can put in a tank. Then I'm going to take my own ideas, and I'm going to take you guys' ideas take it all into consideration. So when I finally decide on something, it's like, okay, my team helped me. I was thinking about different things, and yeah, I just want to add more appeal, more, you know, different things to, you know, when you walk into my home, it's kind of like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Even though people already say that now, it's just, you know how you want things to be at your standard or whatever, what other people think is like all extravagant, you're kind of like, it could use a little bit more of improvement, stuff like that. All of the life of being bougie. So if you guys are willing to help me, I thank you in advance, because my mind is all over the place, and if I have a little bit of help from my team, because I consider you guys my team, that would be great. So it has been 5 minutes already what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash this deep conditioner out, and I am going to return and show you guys the finished results. Okay, so I'm back again. And as you guys already know, at some point in time in these videos, I have to look like a fool, but it's inevitable because, you know, when you have hair, you got to do certain things just to kind of keep it together or whatever. So I have this on my hair. My head is rinsed. I used warm water first, and then I just cranked it up to cold just so I can close my hair cuticle and basically, you know, seal in that moisture in that way. Now, I'm not going to put any products in it on this video because I just literally want you guys to see what the shampoo, conditioner, and deep conditioner did for my hair, and you know, see how you guys feel about that, so that once you use it for yourself, you know kind of what to expect for the most part. If you have a different texture of hair than I do, or a different porosity of hair that I do, then things may vary. But for the most part, you should you should have similar, if not the same, results that I get or whatever, due to you either following me with how I do my hair, or, you know, we have the same, you know, we have similar hair. I know that people who have similar hair to me or to whoever they watch on YouTube, they go according to that. However, we are all handling our hair differently. We are all exposed to different things. Like, say for instance, if you're a person who lives in like Texas or something like that, it's always hot, it's always dry, you know, stuff like that. So the way your hair would react in that climate would be different from how my hair reacts in my climate, being a person that's either in New York or Jersey. You know, it's not much difference between New York and Jersey as far as how the weather is handled, or how your hair handles the weather. So yeah, I'm gonna take this off. I just left it on for a sec because I didn't want to take it off and then my hair is dripping, even though because I'm on my couch, so I put a towel down here so that whatever drippage that I may get is not going to really do anything, you know, detrimental to this couch. So I'm gonna take this down. And woo, this looks crazy. But my hair, let's give a little bit of a review on what this hair feels like. Okay, so now I have a little curly fro. It looks a little crazy. But my hair is damp right now, and it feels super soft. It's not the softest that I've ever felt, but it definitely feels like really soft. Like, if once I introduce a little bit of water to it and add like leave-in conditioner and a moisturizer or whatever like that, and then seal it with an oil, then I can see my hair like really feeling good, my scalp feeling good for like until it's time for me to do another wash day. But feels good. It looks good for whatever degree that that can be, because like I wouldn't go outside like this, that's all I'm saying. But you know, it looks good, it feels decent, and that's pretty much my review on that. Do I see myself using these products again? I am going to say yes, mainly because I bought them and I don't like to waste products. However, I am going to be doing a review on other products just to see, because once I find that true, because I mean, it did some things, and then I had, you know, some, there were some pros and cons, but for the most part, it was okay. It was like good. I wouldn't like throw a whole parade about it. But was cool. It was I definitely seen some good results from it. I love when my hair is nice and soft, and it just feels like there's not much effort that has to go into it in order to get it to do what I want it to do. So yeah, but with that being said, that is the video on that OGX product, thick and full biotin and collagen. So I can probably use this for another month or so to see if it's like if it's making changes on my hair. If I see the changes, obviously I'm gonna let you guys in on the secrets. Well, not really a secret because I'm using it, but I'm gonna let you guys know about like what's happening here. And if I recommend you to actually use it. Like I said, that's it. That's the only thing that's in here. So whatever this looks like is what it's gonna look like unless I put something else in it, which I am going to, because yeah, I'm not one of those types that go outside with this look, even though, because I need a fresh shape up, everything. So we ain't going outside like this. But it feels good. It feels nice. But we're gonna end the video off here, and I will see you guys in the next video. But I would like for you to live life, and I will see you in the next video.